Hello friends, through this video, let's try to understand the critical appreciation of the poem Cherry Tree. So while we write a critical appreciation of the poem, we need to consider the following points. The points are about the poem, poet and title, theme or summary or the gist of the poem, poetic style. This includes poetic devices, the language used in the poem, special features, then message of the poem, and your opinion about the poem. The title of this poem is Cherry Tree. The poet is Ruskin Bond. So Ruskin Bond, this poet, he has written hundreds of short stories, essays, novellas and more than 30 books for children. This poem, Cherry Tree, it's about the poet's joy over a tree which he planted that took 8 years to grow. So he expresses his wonder at the ways of nature and how the cherry blossoms are fragile and quick to fall. The cherry tree gives him immense joy as he can see the stars and the blue sky through dappled green trees. It is a nature poem as it has elements of nature in it. The poem describes the planting of a cherry seed by the poet and how, against all difficulties, the little plant continues to grow. Now let's see what is the theme or gist of this poem. Or in short, have a look at the summary of this poem. Friends, it is a nature poem as it has elements of nature in it. The poem describes the planting of a cherry seed by the poet. The little plant continues to grow against all the difficulties in its way. The poem also tells us about the cherry tree's strong desire to survive against all odds. And the plant finally grows into 6 feet high tree with flowers on it. So the poet gets happy when he sees the fully grown tree. He glorifies one little ripened cherry hanging from the tree's branches. He also refers to the blue sky, wonders of nature, birds and insects, and also the starry night sky, and how each one of it includes the poet's compliments the cherry tree. The language used in this poem is very simple. It's lucid and easy to understand. Poetic devices like alliteration, antithesis, climax, personification, and repetition are used. So an example of personification from the poem is "and moon moths and singing crickets and I," where the crickets have been given the animate quality of being able to sing. The special features of this poem are vivid imagery has been used by the poet to make the whole process of a seed turning into a plant. It's really appealing to the readers. Here the poet has focused on the wonders of nature by making use of natural elements like various seasons, the sky, animals, birds and insects. Message in the poem. The poem highlights the importance of trees in our surroundings. And so, we need to plant more and more trees because trees bring happiness and joy in our lives. And the last point while writing a critical appreciation is your opinion about the poem. So, I feel that this poem is quite appealing because it portrays a detailed and colorful picture of a little plant growing into a blooming tree. The tree tries to overcome all hardships that were there in its path.